Welcome back to my channel at The Movie Optimist, where I try and find the silver linings in even the worst of films. It was just revealed that Colin Farell has read the entirety of the script for The Batman Part 2 and has talked about how he's excited to do it because this film is way darker than the first one and way scarier. And I'm over here just thinking to myself, like, how? How is it darker and scarier? The first one literally opened with a horrific murder that the Riddler does to some politician in his home in the middle of the night. And that really set the tone for the rest of this movie, being very dark, very gritty. It was definitely Seven, but with Batman. It was a dark detective story that was very violent at times. And to claim that it's bigger than the other one, literally Batman was fighting for the life of Gotham City towards the end of the Batman Part 1, where he was trying to stop the bombs from going off and flooding all of Gotham City. And to say that, it just has me plexed that somehow Matt Reeves was able to construct something that was even scarier and bigger in scope. And I'm just like, how? Now, the scary thing intrigues me, because if you go any scarier, I mean, you could make it scarier and make it PG-13, but I'm almost curious if, to further differentiate themselves from the James Gunn universe and the Batman that James Gunn is going to make, if they're just going to lean into making this one R-rated, because then you can get away with it being a lot darker, a lot more gritty, a lot more intense. Sure, not a lot of kids are going to go to see it, but I don't think a lot of kids expected the brutal murder of the Riddler bludgeoning someone to death with a metal statue. I mean, that was pretty intense. I remember when I saw it with my buddy Nick Tilton before he moved, when that movie first came out. When that happened, a lot of people in my theater like gasped. Like, you've seen movies with Batman where he beats up bad guys before, but you haven't seen anything like that in a Batman movie before. That was like grisly. That was animalistic instincts. That was very, very dark and very violent. And if they showed a little bit of blood, that would have made the whole movie right there rated R. And sure, I mean, Colin Farrell could just be saying this to fluff up the movie and get people excited about it, but why? Like, what's the point? He's barely in the second one. I think he genuinely just read it and was blown away by it, and Matt Reeves is claiming that it's gonna blow all of us away. And again, I just can't help but wonder, like, the first one was literally for the fate of Gotham. How is this one gonna be bigger than that if they're not expanding into the overall DC universe of James Gunn? Now, a lot of people think that this is going to be our Batman, and I would implore you to reconsider, because this Batman is as good as he is because it feels so close to home, because it's grounded in reality. If we find out that Superman's flying around that universe, it's gonna detract from the quality of the films. I want this to be a trilogy of just grounded, dark, hard R-rated Batman violence, because it makes it unique, and then it'll make the new Batman that comes out with James Gunn feel that much more different, and then we'll have two different Batmans, which is awesome. But what do you guys think? Where do you think that the story can go for this? Do you think that Matt Reeves is pulling from a specific comic arc? Let's talk about it in the comments down below. And as always, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll catch you next time.